Hello and welcome to this parent video. My name is Demi Mikalopoulos and I am the No Secrets Program Coordinator. Your child is going to watch a play called No Secrets about sexual abuse prevention and education, and today we wanted to talk to you about the concepts that we're going to teach your child in the play, as well as how you can further educate your child and have conversations after the play is over. Imagination Theater is a participatory theater company in Chicago that performs social issues theater for students of all ages. Throughout the show, we get students to volunteer by sharing their opinions and ideas, and we also give students a chance to role play with one of the actors from the show. Some of the topics that we teach include taking a stand against bullying, learning how to use empathy, taking control of our mental health and wellness, and one of our most popular shows is No Secrets. The No Secrets program is a sexual abuse prevention and education program that meets Illinois' Aaron's Law requirement, stating that all students from ages K to grade 12 be educated about sexual abuse prevention and body safety. In the show, we use age-appropriate language and conversation to teach students about body safety, how to protect yourself and others, as well as encourage students to always find one of their first 5 safe, trusted adults to talk to if they ever feel unsafe. Next, I'm going to hand it off to Maggie Arthur, a prevention education specialist from Resilience.
Resilience is an independent, not-for-profit organization dedicated to the healing and empowerment of survivors. We offer medical and legal advocacy, group and individual therapies, as well as prevention education and professional trainings for youth and adults, all free of charge to survivors and their loved ones. If you want to learn more about us and our mission, visit www.ourresilience.org. Resilience has been in partnership with Imagination Theater since 2006. When Imagination Theater brings No Secrets to a school, Resilience provides educators to help students understand the main concepts of the play, as well as trauma-informed therapists who can provide support to students who need it right there at school.
In the play, one of the first things we do is define a safe touch versus an unsafe touch. In the show, we describe a safe touch as any touch that makes us feel safe or comfortable. We describe an unsafe touch as any touch that makes us feel unsafe or uncomfortable. We also explain that sometimes touches can start off safe and then turn into unsafe touches. For example, in our K through 5th grade show, when students are playing a game and maybe it gets a little out of hand. The next thing we talk about is protecting your body and saying no to any touch that makes you feel unsafe, even if it's a touch from an adult. In the older version, we define this as consent, when 2 people fully and freely agree on the same thing. We also talk about harassment and the difference between flirting and harassment. For the younger students, we show a relative giving an unsafe touch to a student, for example, a hug or a kiss, that the relative means well by giving, but the student is not comfortable receiving. Therefore, it's an unsafe touch, and that child has a right to say no. In all versions of the show, we define sexual abuse. At Imagination Theater, we define sexual abuse as any unwanted touching or showing of the private parts of the body. Now, when we say the private parts, we're talking about the anatomical private parts, penis and vagina. We also talk about the chest area and the butt. The reason that we use the anatomical names is because studies show that students who know the anatomical terms of their private parts are actually less likely to be targeted and a lot safer throughout their lives. The last thing that we teach in all 3 versions of the play is to report to an adult. We teach students to think of their first 5 safe adults and to think of adults from school like a counselor or a teacher, from home like a family member or any sibling or cousin that's over 18 years old, or maybe a community member like an extended family member or a coach that they like talking to. In all 3 versions of the play, we do have one of the actors report to an adult and they don't get believed the first time. We show this on purpose because unfortunately statistics show that many times a survivor does not get the help they need after reporting it just once. That's why we encourage your child to think of their first 5 safe adults so that they can keep telling until they get the help that they need.
After watching an imagination theater play, students often feel uncomfortable or confused. The following are some questions we routinely hear from students. We figure instead of just asking your young person if you liked the play, try engaging with some of these bigger questions and these bigger feelings. Question 1. Why did that person do those gross things? Answer. We don't really know why people hurt other people, but what we do know is that it's not normal and it's not safe. If ever anyone tries to do anything like that to you, you've got to come talk to me or one of your other safe grown-ups right away. By the way, do you know who your safe grown-ups are? Question 2. Did that really happen to those people in the play? I didn't like this. Why did you make me watch it? Answer. The people in the play were actors, just like on TV or in movies. And the reason we have you watch this play from Imagination Theater is so that you could see what it might feel like or look like for something like that to happen to you. Let's talk some more about how watching those people get hurt made you feel. And question 3. Why didn't that kid's mom believe them? What if I tell somebody and they don't believe me? Our answer, sometimes grown-ups don't believe kids, and we don't really know why. Maybe it's because they're scared too, or they just don't know what to do. Either way, I know it made me really sad to see that kid's parents not believe them. How did it make you feel? What's important is that eventually the kid did find an adult who believed them because they had 5 safe grown-ups they could talk to. How many safe grown-ups do you have? Next up, here are 3 key things adults can start doing today to prevent child sexual abuse. First, start using medically accurate names for all parts of the body. In doing so, you're teaching your young person that their bodies are nothing to be ashamed of. Plus, you're helping them develop the communication skills they need to talk about their bodies in the future. Number 2, identify the safe grown-ups in your young person's life. Children are more likely to report to an adult following an inappropriate incident if they know who to go to. So make sure to include adults who are in the home and outside the family, and afterwards, go with your young person to tell that grown-up that they're one of their safe people. Number 3, model consent all the time. Identify opportunities for your young person to practice autonomy over their body. Maybe it's asking them what they want to eat for lunch or what they want to wear that day. And remind them whenever you get the chance that their body belongs to them. Also, if a young person ever says they don't want to touch, honor that no. And even more importantly, remind the other people in their lives that they have to respect that decision too.
Thank you so much for watching our video about the No Secrets program. Remember to continue having conversations with your child about sexual abuse prevention and education. And even though these conversations may be uncomfortable or difficult, remember that knowledge really is power. By teaching your child these valuable lessons, they can help protect themselves and others for the rest of their lives. Let us all do our part to build a safer and more knowledgeable community. Thank you.